10 mind-blowing psychology facts that will change how you see the world. Greetings, fellow explorers of the human mind. Have you ever wondered about the invisible forces that shape our decisions, influence our emotions, and sculpt our perceptions of reality? Imagine peeling back the layers of consciousness to reveal the intricate tapestry of psychological mechanisms at play. Welcome to a journey through the hidden corridors of your psyche. Today, we're diving deep, beyond the textbooks and popular psychology soundbites, into 10 astonishing psychology facts that will not only enlighten but also challenge your understanding of human behavior. This isn't just a casual stroll through well-known theories. We're delving into advanced concepts, backed by cutting-edge research and nuanced analysis that even seasoned experts find fascinating. From the enigmatic power of the unconscious mind to the subtle biases that color our perception, these facts are more than mere curiosities. They're keys to unlocking a deeper comprehension of ourselves and the world around us. So if you're ready to expand your intellectual horizons and view the familiar with fresh eyes, let's embark on this enlightening expedition together. Fact 1. The placebo effect. Let's begin with a phenomenon that epitomizes the mind's profound influence over the body, the placebo effect. Far from being just a quirk in clinical trials, the placebo effect is a testament to the brain's ability to elicit genuine physiological responses based on expectation alone. The placebo effect occurs when an inert substance or treatment leads to a real improvement in a patient's condition simply because they believe it's supposed to work. Neuroscientific studies have shown that placebos can activate specific neural pathways, releasing neurotransmitters like endorphins and dopamine, which can alleviate symptoms. For instance, in a landmark study published in the Journal of Neuroscience, researchers used functional MRI to demonstrate that placebo treatments for pain can produce brain activity patterns indistinguishable from those activated by actual analgesic drugs. Participants reported pain relief concurrent with increased activity in the prefrontal cortex and decreased activity in pain-sensitive regions like the thalamus. Moreover, the magnitude of the placebo effect can be influenced by numerous factors, including the color and size of pills, the method of administration, and even the physician's demeanor. This suggests that the context and rituals surrounding treatment can significantly impact clinical outcomes. Understanding the placebo effect has profound implications for medical practice. It challenges the conventional biomedical model by highlighting the importance of psychological and social factors in healing. Harnessing this effect ethically could enhance treatment efficacy, improve patient satisfaction, and reduce reliance on pharmacological interventions. The mind doesn't just react to reality, it has the power to shape it. Who knew belief could be so potent? Fact 2. Cognitive dissonance. Next, we delve into cognitive dissonance, a psychological tension that arises from our innate desire for consistency. Proposed by Leon Festinger in 1957, this theory explains how conflicting beliefs and behaviors can lead to mental discomfort, prompting us to adjust our attitudes or actions to restore balance. At a neurological level, cognitive dissonance engages brain regions associated with emotional regulation and error detection, such as the anterior cingulate cortex and the insula. Functional MRI studies reveal that when individuals experience dissonance, there's heightened neural activity resembling that of physical pain. Consider the classic example: a medical professional who smokes cigarettes. Their knowledge, smoking is detrimental to health, clashes with their behavior. I smoke regularly. This dissonance can lead to rationalizations like, smoking helps me manage stress, which in turn benefits my health, thereby aligning behavior with belief. In a study published in Psychological Science, researchers found that participants who freely chose to write essays supporting a cause they didn't believe in subsequently shifted their attitudes to be more in line with their statements. This demonstrates how dissonance can drive attitude change, even in the absence of external incentives. Cognitive dissonance plays a crucial role in various domains, from marketing to environmental policy. By understanding this phenomenon, we can design interventions that encourage sustainable behaviors, promote health compliance, and even reduce prejudice. Isn't it intriguing how we'll bend over backward mentally to keep our inner world snug and harmonious? The mind truly abhors a contradiction. Fact 3. The bystander effect. Moving on, let's explore the bystander effect, a paradox of group psychology where the presence of others inhibits individual action. Coined after the 1964 murder of Kitty Genovese, where reportedly dozens of witnesses failed to intervene, this effect sheds light on the complexities of human response in emergencies. The underlying mechanism is attributed to diffusion of responsibility, where each bystander's sense of personal accountability decreases as the number of witnesses increases. Neuroscientific research indicates that during such situations, there's reduced activation in the areas associated with decision-making and empathy, like the medial prefrontal cortex. In an experiment by Darley and Latané, participants believed they were part of a group discussion when a Confederate simulated an epileptic seizure. When participants thought they were the only witness, 85% responded promptly. However, when they believed others were present, response rates dropped to 31%. This phenomenon isn't limited to emergencies. It extends to organizational settings, dubbed social loafing, where individuals exert less effort when working in groups versus alone. Understanding the bystander effect is vital for developing strategies to promote prosocial behavior. Educational programs that emphasize personal responsibility and train individuals in intervention skills have been shown to counteract this effect, leading to increased helping behaviors. Perhaps the next time we're part of a crowd, we'll remember that sometimes acting alone makes all the difference. After all, heroism often begins with a single step forward. Fact 4. Confirmation bias. Now let's dissect confirmation bias, the tendency to search for, interpret, and recall information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs. This cognitive shortcut helps us process information efficiently, but often at the expense of objectivity. At the neural level, confirmation bias is linked to reward circuitry. When we encounter information aligning with our beliefs, the ventral striatum, a region associated with pleasure, becomes active. Conversely, conflicting information can activate the amygdala, which processes negative emotions like fear and anxiety. A fascinating study in Nature Neuroscience demonstrated that individuals showed increased neural activity in the orbitofrontal cortex when processing agreeable political statements, reinforcing the idea that our brains are wired to favor confirming evidence. This bias affects various aspects of life, from scientific research to judicial processes. In the era of information overload and echo chambers on social media, confirmation bias can lead to polarization, misinformation spread, and resistance to new ideas. For experts and practitioners, recognizing confirmation bias is crucial. Techniques such as considering alternative hypotheses, seeking disconfirming evidence, and engaging in reflective skepticism can mitigate its impact. It's a humbling reminder that even the sharpest minds can see what they expect rather than what's there. Time to adjust our lenses and embrace the full spectrum of reality. Fact 5. The halo effect. Let's explore the halo effect, a type of cognitive bias where our overall impression of a person influences how we feel and think about their character. Coined by psychologist Edward Thorndike, this effect often leads us to overgeneralize from one positive trait. Neurological studies have shown that the medial prefrontal cortex, involved in social cognition, is more active when we form impressions based on attractive faces, indicating that physical appearance can disproportionately sway our judgments. In a study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology, attractive individuals were more likely to be perceived as competent and trustworthy, regardless of their actual abilities. This bias extends to various contexts, including hiring practices, legal judgments, and educational settings. The halo effect can have significant implications. For instance, in organizational behavior, managers might overlook an employee's shortcomings due to their overall positive impressions, hindering objective evaluations. Awareness of the halo effect enables professionals to implement measures that promote fairness, such as structured interviews, objective performance metrics, and diversity training. By recognizing and adjusting for this bias, we can make more balanced decisions. It seems we're all susceptible to a little starstruck admiration. Perhaps it's time we looked beyond the glow to see the true colors beneath. Fact 6. The power of the unconscious mind. Venturing deeper, we encounter the vast realm of the unconscious mind, a reservoir of feelings, thoughts, and memories outside our conscious awareness. While Freud's psychoanalytic theory laid the groundwork, modern neuroscience provides empirical insights into this elusive domain. The unconscious mind operates through automatic processes, influencing behaviors without deliberate intent. Brain imaging studies reveal that unconscious stimuli can activate the occipital and temporal cortices, affecting perception and decision-making without conscious recognition. For example, in the phenomenon of priming, exposure to a stimulus influences responses to subsequent stimuli. A study in Neuron demonstrated that subliminal images of fearful faces activated the amygdala, affecting emotional responses without participants' conscious awareness. This has practical applications in fields like marketing, where unconscious cues can shape consumer behavior, and in psychotherapy, where uncovering unconscious patterns can facilitate healing. Moreover, the unconscious mind plays a crucial role in creative processes and problem solving, often leading to insights during periods of relaxation or sleep, known as the incubation effect. The mind's depths are like an iceberg. What lies beneath may be out of sight, but it profoundly shapes the currents of our thoughts and actions. Dive into the deep end. Fact 7. Social proof influences behavior. Now let's examine social proof, the psychological phenomenon where people mimic the actions of others in an attempt to reflect correct behavior in a given situation. Rooted in our evolutionary need for social cohesion, social proof guides us, especially under conditions of ambiguity. Neuroscientific research shows that conformity to social norms activates the ventral striatum and anterior insula, regions associated with reward and social pain, indicating that aligning with the group is both gratifying and tension-relieving. A classic experiment by Solomon Asch revealed that individuals conformed to incorrect group judgments about the length of lines in 37% of trials, highlighting the powerful pull of conformity. In the digital age, social proof manifests through online reviews, social media likes, and influencer endorsements. Businesses leverage this by showcasing testimonials and user statistics to build credibility. Understanding social proof is essential for professionals aiming to influence behavior ethically, design effective communication strategies, or promote positive social change. We're social creatures at heart, swayed by the whisper of the crowd. Sometimes following the herd leads us astray, but awareness can help us chart our own course. Fact 8. Memory is reconstructive, not reproductive. Turning to memory, we uncover that it's not a perfect playback of past events, but a reconstructive process influenced by current beliefs and information. Cognitive psychology has long challenged the notion of memory as an exact archive. Neurobiologically, memory consolidation and retrieval involve the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex. Each recall can modify neural pathways, leading to alterations in the memory itself. Elizabeth Loftus's research on misinformation effect demonstrates that exposure to misleading information after an event can integrate into one's memory, leading to false recollections. In her study, participants who heard varying descriptions of a car accident recalled different speeds and details based on the language used, smashed versus contacted. This has profound implications for legal systems relying on eyewitness testimony. Misidentifications contribute to wrongful convictions, emphasizing the need for caution in handling memory-based evidence. For experts in psychology and neuroscience, understanding memory's malleable nature informs therapeutic approaches for conditions like PTSD, where reprocessing traumatic memories can aid recovery. Our memories are stories retold, not recordings replayed. Perhaps it's time to become more mindful narrators of our pasts. Fact 9. Emotional contagion. Emotional contagion is the phenomenon where one person's emotions and related behaviors directly trigger similar emotions and behaviors in others. This happens through automatic mimicry and synchronization of expressions, vocalizations, postures, and movements. Neuroscientists have identified mirror neurons in the premotor cortex and inferior parietal lobule that activate both when we perform an action and when we observe others performing the same action, facilitating empathy and social understanding. A study published in Psychoneuroendocrinology found that participants exposed to stress signals from others exhibited increased cortisol levels, indicating physiological synchronization. Emotional contagion has significant implications in organizational settings. Leaders' moods can permeate teams, affecting morale, productivity, and even turnover rates. Similarly, in social networks, emotions can spread virally, amplifying collective moods. Recognizing emotional contagion enables us to manage our own emotional influence and build environments that foster positive emotional health. Emotions are the original social network, connecting us in unseen ways. Let's spread positivity like wildfire. Fact 10: the Dunning-Kruger effect. Finally, we explore the Dunning-Kruger effect, a cognitive bias where individuals with low ability at a task overestimate their ability. Identified by psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger, this effect highlights the gap between perceived and actual competence. Neuroimaging studies suggest that this overestimation is linked to deficits in metacognition, the ability to evaluate one's own thoughts and performance, associated with prefrontal cortex activity. In their foundational study, Dunning and Kruger found that participants scoring in the lowest quartile on tests of humor, grammar, and logic significantly overestimated their test performance and abilities. This effect is not limited to the unskilled. Experts can experience the opposite, underestimating their competence due to the curse of knowledge, where they assume others have a similar understanding. The Dunning-Kruger effect has ramifications in education, workplace training, and public discourse. By fostering self-awareness and providing accurate feedback, we can help individuals calibrate their self-assessments more closely with reality. Sometimes the first step to wisdom is realizing what we don't know. Embrace humility. It's the hallmark of true expertise. And there you have it, 10 mind-blowing psychology facts that peel back the layers of human behavior and cognition. From the silent sway of our unconscious mind to the social forces that shape our actions, these insights reveal the remarkable complexity of our psychological makeup. Understanding these concepts isn't just an academic exercise, it's a journey toward greater self-awareness and empathy. By recognizing the invisible influences at play, we can make more informed choices, foster better relationships, and contribute positively to our communities. So as you navigate the world, keep an eye out for these phenomena in action. Reflect on how they manifest in your life and consider how this knowledge can be a catalyst for personal growth. Thank you for joining us on this intellectual adventure. If you found this video enlightening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of psychology. Before we part, ponder this: how much of what you do is truly under your conscious control, and how much is the subtle interplay of these hidden psychological forces? Share your thoughts in the comments below.